choose to not be first?
Do we do enough? Well, I never shut up about it.
It must have been about 16, 17. We nicked their gilt rings. Right, the bouncers' gilt rings.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day.
This is Oscar Bevis for IFL TV. Delighted to be joined for the first time by the Lanes. Thank you very much, boys, for giving me your time. Massive fight week again, back in London, and just has that big fight week feel.
It absolutely does. I mean, we've said this before, but the fans here are sophisticated. They're energetic. The scene here is just so great. It's a dream come true to be involved in boxing at the highest level here in London or in the UK in general. But it's awesome. We want to come back many more times.
It was Joyce versus Zhang, and now it's Zhang versus Joyce. Different this time.
It's a little bit different. It was he was a big underdog the first fight. I think a plus 600 dog, and Joyce was a big favorite. But we had confidence in, and we have confidence now. So, a lot's on the line. I think there was a little bit of a feel that if Zhilei was such a big underdog the first time, there wasn't as much pressure, but we got a lot more to protect moving forward in the future with heavyweight championship boxing on our mind.
I know our guys will speak to Zhilei, just from kind of being around him and what you can tell us. Has his life changed since that win? Because that was kind of the slingshot to the stardom level of the heavyweight scene for Zhilei.
Well, absolutely. First of all, he fought on TNT Sports. He fought on ESPN Plus for the first time, and we had the rights to China, and we showed it in TikTok in China, where we got hundreds of millions of views. So he went from being kind of this guy that people knew about to being a legitimate sports superstar in China and in boxing. So it is life-changing. That was a life-changing night on April 15th here.
Yeah, it's such a wicked story, and I know obviously Joe's British, and you'll get a lot of people here who want Joe to win, but I feel like there was kind of a really good feeling around Zhilei and the story and him winning that fight. It kind of seems like it takes away a bit of credit from Zhilei when people ask this question, but do you think there could be a potential that Joe did underestimate the threat of Zhilei first time round?
I don't know if, only Joe and his team can answer that question, but I don't think Joe would have beat Zhilei in April even if he didn't overlook him. I mean, Zhilei just has not gotten the credit that he deserves, especially coming off the Hrgovic fight. Zhilei is a top-level talent, and I've said this, the last 3 or 4 camps, I'm like, Zhilei's looking better this time. Zhilei's looking better this time. No different. Zhilei's looking better this time, and he has not peaked yet. And I know he's 40 years old, but he's getting better every day, and he's a craftsman. He's a disciplined craftsman. He's never out of the gym. He's puts 100% in every day, and it doesn't matter if Joe overlooked him. He could come in 100%, but Zhilei's still going to beat him.
Yeah, I feel like the focus, especially in this country, has been where can Joe improve? Almost kind of forgetting that, Zhilei's not immune to improvement. He's a man who can improve as well.
You're going to see the best version of Zhang Zhilei. Like Tommy said, he's getting better every camp. We got new tools in the toolbox. We got new tricks up our sleeve. And again, with Joe, he just can't completely change his style in a matter of 5 months and turn into Muhammad Ali and get to a style that's going to beat Zhang Zhilei. I just see this fight playing out in a very similar way.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's kind of whatever you add to Joe, I guess there's going to be that factory default of he's going to come forward, he's going to take shots to give shots. What do you think may have been tinkered in the Joyce camp? I know this is kind of a hear-about question because we don't know until fight night, but what do you think that they might have tinkered slightly?
I have no idea. Maybe moving to one side, trying to keep his feet on the outside, try to look to watch the left coming I think ultimately they're going to try to outlast, and they think that taking Zhilei in the later rounds is going to be their key, but that's not going to do it either.
I'll say something too. We're from Nevada, where we're from Reno, but Joe Joyce trains in Las Vegas. He had a 3-week camp there with Salas, but we've had a couple of eyeballs and Spies in the gym there, so we know what he's going to try to do: move this left and last, and take us into deep water. But look, we're ready for everything.
I love it. I feel like I'm just picturing like a man with a hat in the corner and a monocle, just kind of spying on what Joe's doing.
We're a little more crafty than that, but same idea.
And beyond this, obviously, this will be tunnel vision for Zhilei, and you guys, I know, But the thought beyond this, I know he was so keen on fighting Tyson Fury before. There's going to be that waiting period and when mandatories are called, but I don't know if he wins this. I just feel like Tyson Fury in China. I picture the bird's nest. I just see like just one of the biggest events in boxing history.
I mean, Tyson Fury in China would be historical. Tyson Fury anywhere to fight for the heavyweight championship would be historical. But a lot's up in the air. You know, I think it sounds like they're going to try to make the Usyk unification fight. They're going to give their best effort, and who knows what happens with that. If they can't make it, we're there. But there's basically, you know, 4 big names that we want a piece of. It's Tyson Fury, Alexander Usyk, Joshua, and Wilder. And in any one of those 4 would be a big fight for us.
And you guys, of course, believe that whatever happens, it will be Zhilei that comes out on top of all of these heavyweights.
I think we represent the best heavyweight in the world, so the answer to that question is yes. I think he truly hasn't gotten the credit he deserves, and we might have a unified heavyweight champion, you know, in our hands right now. But I think he's the best heavyweight, so yes, I think he beats everybody.
Choose to not be first.
Do we do enough? Well, I never shut up about it.
It must have been about 16, 17. We nicked their guilt rings. Right, the bouncer's guilt ring.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day,